are happy to be here, and we are happy to be with you. Let's do some singing. Repeat after me, everybody. Yo-oh. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo-oh. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shabbat Achim Yam Yachad. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. Yo-oh, 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 whoa. Who's ready to shababa, 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 shababa? Shababa, 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 shababa. Shabbat Shalom is the day of rest. Shabbat Shalom is the day I like the best. Shabbat Shalom is the day of rest. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Nehim Bato, Manayim, Shabbat Achim, Yam Yachad. Nehim Bato, Manayim, Shabbat Achim, Yam Yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Name Bato, Manayim, Shabbat Achim, Yam Yachad. Name Bato, Manayim, Shabbat Achim, Yam Yachad.
All right, Yaladim, we can't see you, but you can see yourselves, and your parents can take videos of you. So video yourself singing and dancing and send it to us. Here we go. Shiro, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shiro, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shiro, 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 shir hadash, shiro, 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 shir hadash, shiro, 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 shir hadash, Ladonai, shiro, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shiro, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah.
Amazing. We haven't done this one in a long time. Sing out loud and proud at home. Bashana Abba. Shema Pesach babies for Tefori. No, you don't. Yes, they do. Yaladi. Bachosha. Yesaku to Pesach. Abba. Yifave. Asa. Tohiya, Bashana, Bashana, Aba, Otire, Otire, Yama Tohiya, Bashana, Bashana, Aba.
All right, I hope to see your moves. Here we go. Eretz Zavat Chalav, ooh, Chalav U'Devash. 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 Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav, Chalav U'Devash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav, Chalav U'Devash. Hey, Eretz Zavat Chalav, ooh, Chalav U'Devash. Eretz Zavat Chalav, ooh, Chalav U'Devash.
This next one is in honor of Passover. And if you've been on our tefillah or any live singing, you maybe been practicing at home, but we hope to see you doing this with us. Standing at the sea. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Freedom is on the way. Here we go. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom is on the way. Walking through the sea, walking through the sea. Mi chamocha, walking through the sea. Mi chamocha, walking through the sea. Mi chamocha, freedom is on the way. Show us freedom, 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 freedom is on the way. Singing and dancing, mi chamocha, singing and dancing, mi chamocha, singing and dancing, mi chamocha, freedom is on the way. Last time, freedom, 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 freedom is on its way.
Oh, so much fun. Here's another version. You all know it. Oh, say, fella. Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Adonai. When Moses and the children crossed the sea to sing to you with songs of joy. Who is like you? Adonai. I want to hear you. Adonai. Oh, say, fella.
All right, Gavera Kona, I sent you a little message in the chat box. Just want to make sure you get that. All right, Yeladim. God took us out of Egypt, and that would have been enough. But God kept doing more. Ilu hotzi hotzi anu mi mitzrayim hotzi anu mi mitzrayim dayenu 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 Ilu natan natan lanu at Shabbat natan lanu at Shabbat dayenu dayenu
Beautiful. I'm getting so ready. All right, everybody, you know your part. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Well, I've read a lot of books, sung a lot of songs, seen me a miracle or two, but I've never seen a miracle quite like the one I'm about to tell to you. The Lord told Moses to take his people across the sea and sand. So he led the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Now the children of the Lord were working for Pharaoh, slaving day and night. When the Lord heard the cries of pain and suffering, knew it wasn't right. So the bush was set a burning for the Hebrew children's journey. The good Lord had a plan that he would lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Let's do it. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Now Moses was working in the desert that day, singing a sorrowful tune. When he sat down to rest and he saw the bush, but the bush was not consumed. And the Lord looked deep into Moses' soul and knew he was the man to lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Go for it. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Now the Lord said to Moses, go to Pharaoh, tell him, let my people go. And Moses said, Lord, how can I do that? Won't you make yourself known? And the Lord looked deep into Moses' soul, knew he was the man to lead the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Now Moses and the people were running out of Egypt. Pharaoh's army was coming down. And the waters opened up and the people passed through, but the army, it was drowned. And the people said, how? And Moses said, no. That was the Lord's hand. So he led the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Well, I've read a lot of books, sung a lot of songs, seen me a miracle or two, but I've never seen a miracle quite like the one I just told to you. The Lord told Moses to take his people across the sea and sand. So he led the Hebrew children through the fire and the water to the hallelujah land. Go for it last time. Oh, hallelujah land. Oh, hallelujah land. Rabbi Shaler.
Good. So even though I love telling you a story every week, somebody in our community had a story that he really wanted to tell. So we thumb wrestled and he won the thumb wrestle. So our special guest for Shabbat this week, I present to you Adon Lippman has a story for you.
Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I miss you all so much. Hope you're having a good Friday. And I can't wait to see you hopefully soon. Hi, Harvey Shaler. All right, so I've never told this story before, and I hope you like it. And I want to connect it to Pesach, which we know is coming next week. And so here we go, okay? Can make any comments you want in the chat box. So this story is about the Korban Pesach, or the Paschal Lamb. Maybe you know it as the shank bone that's on our Seder plate. It represents the offering to God made during the first Seder, which was on the night the Jews escaped from Egypt. So I want you to sit back. I want you to close your eyes. We are drifting back in time to the days of the Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple. Okay, so we have a couple of characters. We have Leah, a young girl. Maybe she's in 3rd or 4th grade. And we have her dad, her Abba. Leah, come with me to the flock of sheep. Sure thing, Abba. What are we going to do there? We're going to pick out a nice young 1-year-old sheep to be our Korban Pesach, our Passover offering. Whoa, Abba, I almost forgot. Pesach is drawing near. That's right, Leah. This year, you're old enough to help me with the Beit HaMikdash. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this my whole life, Leah says. Now is your chance, Abba says. Leah, first, let's pick out our nicest sheep to take with us to Jerusalem. After days of packing, the family is ready to make their trip to Jerusalem. Come sit near me, Leah, Abba says. I'll tell you what you will see when we get to Jerusalem. She's never been. She's excited. This is a big deal. Abba, there's so many families traveling the roads with us. Remember, there's no cars. There's no airplanes or trains. People walked. They took wagons. Everybody's going together to Jerusalem to celebrate Passover. Leah, all the Jewish families from all over the land of Israel are converging on Jerusalem to celebrate the festivals of Pesach together. Let's review what I know you've learned at Milwaukee Jewish Day School about the Korban Pesach. Leah, first, where and when is this lamb slaughtered as an offering to God? Well, Leah knows, so she says, in the courtyard of the Beit HaMikdash, after midday on the eve of Pesach. Right, her Abba says. She is well trained in all things Jewish. Abba, how are all of these people, each with their sheep for a Korban Pesach, going to fit into the courtyard of the Beit HaMikdash in one afternoon? That doesn't seem possible. It's a great question, her dad says. When we get to Jerusalem, you will see miraculous things. Everyone will squeeze into that small area in 3 shifts. The Kohanim will work super fast, doing their part to help each other with this Korban. The Levi'im will be singing psalms of praise to God. They'll be playing trumpets the entire time. Right? That's just like what we do at our Passover Seders, right? Abba, I'm so excited. And so it went. Leah and her family arrived in Jerusalem. They made their preparations for the big day. And on the eve of Pesach, they all went to the Beit HaMikdash and were in awe of the miraculous events there. Now, Leah, it's time for us to roast our Korban Pesach. Why do we roast it in the fire instead of cooking it in a pot, Abba? Leah asks good questions. Well, the Korban Pesach, like other mitzvahs of the night of Pesach, remind us that tonight we are freed from slavery in Egypt. We left Egypt really fast, and suddenly, therefore, we cook the Korban Pesach in the quickest possible way, which, as you all know, is to roast it. We eat the Korban Pesach as though we were free. Free people roast their meat, usually, except for my grandma, who always boiled her meat. Although it shrinks, it's very tasty. Enslaved people boil meat. Although it does not taste as good, it absorbs water and expands, so there's more meat to eat. But a free man doesn't worry about having enough to eat. Tonight we eat like free Jewish people. Now, Leah, when we eat our Korban Pesach, make sure you do not leave any leftovers. If any meat is left over the next morning, we must burn it. That's part of the offering. A free person knows that we'll have enough to eat tomorrow. There's one more thing you must be careful about when eating the Korban Pesach. And meat is delicious, Hazel Catch. What's that, Abba? Don't break any of the bones while you're eating the meat. Leah is becoming exasperated. There are so many rules, Abba. How will I remember them all? Don't worry, Leah. You do your best. God will help you. I'll help you. All the Jewish people here celebrating together will help you. I'll bet you know what I'm going to ask, Leah said. Let me guess, said her Abba. Why don't we break the bones of the Korban Pesach? That's right, Leah said. Well, enslaved people who are very hungry break the bones of the meat and eat the marrow. And can I tell you something? My mom and my grandpa used to do the same exact thing. However, remember that tonight we are free. We would never dream of breaking the bones from Korban Pesach. Abba, said Leah, now I've learned so much about Korban Pesach. I can't wait to eat it. Well, I'd like you all to travel back in time with me to the current day, where our Passover Seders are in a few days. And we don't roast a lamb anymore, at least my family never has. And we don't give a burnt offering to God, and we don't get to go to the Beit HaMikdash in Jerusalem. So what do we do instead to finish off our Passover meal? If you know the answer, can you write it in the chat box right now? What's the last thing we eat? Anybody know? Okay, I'm going to give the answer in about 10 seconds. Oh, excellent. Afikomen, that's exactly right. Thank you. The afikomen is the last food we eat at the Seder. It represents the Korban Pesach. When we eat it, we can think of the many ways that it represents freedom. Just like Leah, we can enjoy the feeling of being free. Thank you for letting me tell my story today. I love you all. I miss you all. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, and I hope you have wonderful Seders, and I know I'm going to see you all soon.
Thanks for that story, Adon Lippman. I think it's time to get in the Shabbat mood by lighting our Shabbat candles. I've got my candles here.
Mom, we forgot the grape juice. So Rabbi Sheila, you're going to light? So if everybody who's at home wants to light their candles or wait till tonight, but we're just going to start the mood. So if everybody could circle 3 times, and let's bring the light of Shabbat into our lives, into the lives of our families, and we'll pass our Shabbat love, peace, joy, hope, and good health onto everyone in the world as we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, v'tzivanu, v'hadlik ner, v'tzivanu, v'tzivanu, v'hadlik ner, v'tzivanu, v'tzivanu, v'hadlik ner, shel Shabbat.
If you're watching this on Facebook later, we're so sorry we couldn't make it live this week. To everyone who was here and able to join us on Zoom, we're so glad that you were here with us. We hope you have a lovely Shabbat, and we can't wait to see you for Havdalah on Monday.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Mwah.
Do you want to wave goodbye to everybody? Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, wait, turn back on for 1 second.
What?
No, I'm Adon Lippman, though. I'm Adon Lippman. My name is Adon Lippman.